Talk Giants, sports, talk, and entertainment. Haven't done that in a while. Long time. I did it today because, and of course, today is Sunday, June 12th. I did it today because, well, someone had so eloquently pointed out to me yesterday, or a couple days ago, that I have reached 6,000 subscribers. Didn't even know it. Then on the same day, I hit 1,000 Twitter followers. So we are breaking out the old intro for No News Sunday. Well, there's not a lot going on. OTAs are done. Or not OTAs, excuse me. MiniCamp is done. Some stuff came out of MiniCamp. Sam Beal, of course, pled guilty to gun-related charges going back to June of last year in Ohio. The Giants evidently have been aware of the situation. It was reported, I guess, that, Beal opted out in 2020, so he's never been around. So he's a long shot to make the roster anyways, especially with Dory Jackson and Aaron Robinson and Darnay Holmes and even the venerable Isaac Yiadom. So does it really matter? No. He's 24 years old. He's really shown no promise. He is now, we are going to dub him now, Nino Brown 2.0. Because we all know Nino Brown was DeAndre Baker. And I love that because I took so much crap for that. For calling him that. But then I also, in the same sentence, I took so much crap for saying to DeAndre Baker, I wish him well. Because he's a young kid and he potentially made a mistake or didn't make a mistake. We don't know. The legal system is what it is. We don't know what happened with DeAndre. No one ever knows. But you know what? DeAndre is in Kansas City. Hopefully he's doing well. I know he's still trying to recover from his injury, which was a pretty gruesome injury. And a difficult injury to come back from as well. Also wanted to talk about Ojulari. People are saying that he is a freaking steal and he's ready to wreak havoc on the NFL. I'll just be happy when he gets onto the field when he just gets onto the field, that we can actually see him outside of just wearing a helmet and shorts, where we could see what he can do in scrimmages and preseason games. I mean, he is a guy. Yes, he had 35 quarterback pressures for the Bulldogs last year. 11 more than any teammate, 8.5 sacks, 12.5 tackles for a loss. He is going to be exciting to watch. If I get a jersey this year, it is more than likely going to be an Ojulari jersey. I probably am going to get an Ojulari jersey. I always get one jersey a year. And I think it probably will be Ojulari. I'm still paying for my O'Shane Zimenez jersey. I can't believe I got that one. I thought he would be a little bit more of a, of a factor, but you never know. You never know what's going to happen. I do have to laugh because Darius Slayton came out and said he's praising Daniel Jones' development because he's jacked now. Okay, that in a box of donuts gets you a box of donuts. I think we've seen that, and I've said it before. Give me a fat, slow quarterback who can read a defense and find the open man more than a guy that's jacked beyond belief. How many quarterbacks that were, and I've said this before, name me a quarterback who was jacked, who's won a Super Bowl. Name me one. Just name me one. And then, I will say, yeah, maybe you're right. But it is a pivotal season for Daniel Jones. Everyone's saying it. I did find it interesting because I have been saying for a while now, but DJ is one of the things that one of his tells, it's kind of a poker thing. One of DJ's tells is, and I've noticed over and over again, I did a video on it. He pats the ball. He gets nervous and he pats the ball before he throws, which is not a good thing to do. And it was just on Instagram. I forgot who I just saw it on Instagram or Twitter the other day. That they brought up the same point that Daniel Jones is patting the ball more and more before he throws. It's almost like if guys remember Mackie Sasser from the Mets, catcher, good hitting catcher, not a good catcher because what he did is he triple pumped the ball before he threw it because he had some kind of mental block. And so he could to throw the ball back to the pitcher. And now he could throw a strike playing first base to the pitcher. He could throw the ball anywhere in the infield to the pitcher, but not behind home plate. And you get concerned that if Daniel Jones does not stop patting the ball before he throws it, the defenses are going to start keying on that. Just something to look out for. I'm not saying don't jump down my throat because I made an observation about the chosen one. but he does pat the ball when he throws the ball. Go back and watch some of the film from what they've been playing, what they've been doing now recently. Just go take a look at that and tell me he's not patting the ball more. I can't wait till training camp gets started. I think that's going to be interesting. I think some basic observations, I guess, from MiniCamp is the fact that, I see now probably the Giants are going to play more man-to-man coverage. They only played man-to-man, which was interesting last year, 23% of the time, which was 26th in the league. But I think with Dory Jackson and James Bradbury and even a healthy Xavier McKinney, I could see Patrick Graham going more to a man-to-man defense. And if you do that, you're fitting the skill set you're fitting the skill set of your three potentially best cover guys. And Aaron Robinson, don't sleep on him. Do not sleep on him at all. I'm just going to say that. Also, I think it's going to be interesting this year that we may have options for punt returns. Peppers did average 12.5 yards on 15 returns last year, but we don't want Peppers back there. I always have Jason Sehorn flashbacks. You would expect Tony to return punts. Adoree Jackson could also return punts, but I don't want Adoree Jackson returning punts. Again, I have Sehorn moments. I have Sehorn moments when I see that. I think it was interesting that a lot of people are making father about Tony, though. Speaking of Tony real quick, that he can't stay on the field because of his shoes, or he's having issues standing up, or he's been excused for practices and things. So what? It's mandatory minicamp. If this goes on into into training camp, then I'll be a little bit more concerned. But it's just minicamp, man. There's also the talk that Saquon Barkley may not be ready for the start of the season. I think that's kind of an thing. The guy's coming back from an ACL. We just had the surgery was it October or November? He just had the surgery. The ACLs can take 12 to 18 months. We've seen guys come back in 8 months, but you don't know. I've said it before. I don't see him returning for training camp. I see, if anything, he may participate in my mind late in training camp, but he is going to be potentially the focal point of your offense. So you need to really make sure that he is healthy before he comes into the season. Because without Saquon, I don't know what we're going to get. I really don't. And I hope we're going to get something in between year 1 and year 2. That's kind of my hope process for Saquon. I don't want to see him come back needlessly and get injured. But I do think that's going to be an interesting thing to watch. One of the other things that I took out of training camp, I keep saying training camp. I just got training camp in my mind. And minicamp is the fact that the Giants are putting a lot into this offensive line, and we have to hope that they turn around and they really focus and they can really come through. I'm also curious just to see what's going to happen without Dalvin Tomlinson. He was kind of the cog. To me, he was the key to the offense. He really was defense line. He was a cog in the middle of the field. So I'm kind of interested in that. I'm also kind of interested to see what happens and who replaces Kevin Zeidler. I know you had to trade him, but for the contract that he got in Baltimore, you're telling me we couldn't sign him or renegotiate? And like I said, I am just concerned about the fact that we are injury prone with the guys that we signed. You know, they're big moves, they're risky moves because Adoree Jackson, Kenny Galladay, and of course, are all coming off injury. So is Kyle Rudolph. So we got to kind of hope everyone blends it. But you know what, guys? It's early. Let's not worry about it. We have 13, I would say 13 weeks. I don't know how many weeks we have till training camp. I was reading something, but you know what, guys, it is what it is. We're going to get through it. Let's see how training camp actually looks. We'll get a better idea and a better understanding then. And then we can really have an idea of what this team looks like. And we can move forward that way. Right now, like I said, this is all talk and speculation. But let's just wait and see what happens. And let's just hope that we can put together a truly dominant campaign. Again, this is Tim with Online Big Blue, bringing you the best of New York Giants sports talk entertainment. And as always, if you like, subscribe. If you're reading up anything what it means, that'd be awesome.